Hey, welcome back. It is Tech Tuesday, Back to School edition. We are delving into the virtual classroom this week.
That's right. Having the right devices is crucial when it comes to at-home learning this school year. But before you buy, Greg Nibler joins us from Digital Trends to go over some of their recommendations. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning. Yeah, definitely a different kind of year when it comes to going back to school. So before I start talking about these products too, I just want to say we've got a lot of guides at Digital Trends too. So if anybody has specific needs or specific things they're looking at, but I wanted to highlight a few devices that I thought were good deals and could probably help out with this new, school from home thing that we're all doing. So first off, let's talk about this. We've got the Lenovo Ideapad Duet, and this one is nice because it serves as two functions. It's both a laptop and a tablet. It's 10.1 inches. It's a Chromebook, so for a lot of classes, that's what they're going to be using. This one in particular, though, comes with a kickstand and the keyboard. So that's key. It's got everything kind of bundled into one. It's got it works as, like I said, tablet or laptop, 0.28 inches thick. It's pretty sturdy, so I'm not going to say that's unbreakable, but if you drop it, it's probably not going to break right away. So I know that's important for a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, kids, yeah.
I understand. Yeah, or clumsy adults. But it's also got a good battery life. So it's about an 8-hour battery life. So that'll last most of the school day, although you're at home, so you can plug it in anyway. It doesn't have a headphone jack. So I've got another thing I'll kind of highlight for that a little bit. So that's of note, but it's a good deal at $279. Not a bad deal. You're going to find for that price range, this is about as good as it's going to get when it comes to this kind of laptop.
Okay, that's a good one. I think a lot more kiddos going to be needing the laptop to start things off this year than before. Hey, with kids at home, they've got access to some smart home devices. I know you have some ideas for that, how to use some of the smart home tech to help with school. Probably more than just asking Alexa the answer to your math problems, right?
Right, that's true. I didn't even think about that part. I guess that's a whole different aspect.
I'm giving the kids bad ideas. Sorry, don't do that.
Or
don't
a
do
great
that.
idea.
Well, one of the things that we wanted to highlight too is with smart home devices is just how much they can actually help out at home, especially if somebody's working from home and their kids are there, to keep kind of that sense of normalcy going. So whether it's an Echo device or a Google Home device, I want to highlight one thing from Google. They've got a function called Family Bell, which will create custom bells and reminders. So it's almost like a classroom bell. You can have it set up like that. So it's like, okay, now it's time for math class or recess or things that they don't get, those kinds of reminders anymore. There's also something called Start the School Day, which will simulate the sounds of like lockers closing and giving that feel, maybe the murmur of kids. So not the same thing, but it's as close as I think that we're going to get right now. So different things like that. It's also got functions for like some of the younger kids, like Animal of the Day, where they'll highlight an animal, especially if you have a display device. Then you can, they'll learn about some specific animal for that day. And it's also got an intercom system that's worked out. So you would be able to communicate back and forth. Say you're in your home office and the kids in the other room, you want to check in, you can intercom directly to them. Or if you have multiple, you can specify which one you want to go to.
Oh, interesting.
I like the bell idea.
I like the idea of the bell schedule.
Yeah.
That's pretty cute.
Keep the structure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just got our school supply list yesterday, and one of the only things on there was earbuds with a speaker. So, and I don't want to get like the real expensive ones because my daughters are a disaster and they lose everything. So do you have recommendations for good ones, but that, won't break the bank?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to earbuds, we've got a lot of recommendations on what you can get for those. I mean, naturally, yeah, AirPods are pretty expensive, and you can find ones that'll serve probably the function you need without going that high. So I would say looking at, Jabras are a very good brand. You've got Amazon with some. One that I wanted to highlight is actually some over-the-ear headphones that work out pretty well, especially if they're in class, and you can, the cushion on them is very nice. So it's kind of that canned feel that you get with the headphones. It's Bluetooth, so it connects to anything. They can go 33 feet from the device, and you have all the controls right there. But one of the key things with this is it's 50 hours of battery life. So there's never that excuse of, the batteries ran out, I couldn't hear anything. So 50 hours of battery life on there. And if you forget, you can charge it for 15 minutes and get 10 more hours. So the battery is really the key thing on here. And these ones are $100. So they're pretty universal, pretty adept at handling a lot of different things.
Okay, I assume those don't have a speaker on them though, correct?
You mean like a microphone?
A microphone, yeah.
They do.
Oh,
I'm sorry, they do have a microphone.
Okay, cool.
They do have a microphone.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just nice and sleek. They don't look like the gamer headphones with the, The little Britney Spears
Right.
mic, as I call it. Yeah. Huh, okay.
I like it.
Yeah, those are cool. Cool pick. Hey, and you mentioned at the top here, you guys have a lot of different guides on Digital Trends website. You got some resources for parents on there this year too?
Yeah, so we've got 3 different kind of specific ones. We've got our back to school deals, which we always have. So those 2 things I mentioned are just part of hundreds of different deals that are out there. So check those all out the side. But we've got one called the Homework Series, which is learning in the age of coronavirus, where we're following around kind of different people from around the country, whether it's students or teachers or educators in some way, and just seeing how they're adapting and changing. So it's a constantly updated piece as obviously things change constantly. And then we also have a schools out report, which details different kinds of tech that's being utilized. So a lot of things that people can go to there and get some education on what's going on.
Yeah, that is homework help for parents.
Yeah, I need all the help I can get. I still like Emily's idea of just asking Alexa for the answers.
Hey, Alexa.
We might have to try that.
Is the answer really always C?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Right. All right. Well, Greg, always good to chat with you. Or Nibs, as our producer Christian calls you. We just learned that's your new nickname that we're coining on TV.
I've had that for years.
You have?
Totally fine
okay.
with that.
All right.